I'm Ann.
And I'm Kate. Welcome to Sage Sisters Pod. What up, Tanan?
We are back for what is our 51st episode. And
Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. I meant to do this on the last pod, which was like pop some champagne and have a little celebration, but 50 episodes. Proud of us.
Yay. I know. Consistency. Obviously, it's been so fun. We're getting a lot of great feedback. It's just like, I don't know. It's really exciting.
Well, it's like almost the year mark, really.
We're coming up on it. We started playing around recording this time last year. So it's been a full year of you and I playing around with the podcast, but we officially went live in November. And
then it was like another month before we got good equipment. So the first few sound like dog shit, but you know, that's really bad there.
I actually was going back listening to a few because we are.
It's so cringe to go back, isn't it?
It is. So we are uploading we've created a new YouTube for Sage Sisters podcast now that we're taking this to the next level.
Please go follow that.
Please go follow that. But I'm just now uploading everything. So by the time this comes out, everything will be uploaded. I'm like 20 episodes into uploading. But long story short, I was listening to some of them because of it. And actually, I thought it was kind of funny because some of them felt like we recorded it yesterday and they were like 8 months ago. You know, it's like kind of funny how time flies in that way. But some of the sound at the very beginning was like brutal. It's like we sounded like we were in a like floating away in a cloud or something. It was weird.
Well, equipment matters, it turns out. Who would have known?
Well, we had to do a few to make sure we were going to do it before we invested.
Well, I will say, I don't know the stats, but the vast majority of pods do it for a few, realize it's harder than they thought, give up. You and I have enjoyed it. It's been a good year. I think we're doubling down more than leaning out. So
doubling down. I am still in the works of making my background better. So this little nook will be my podcast with a better chair and my, microphone setup. We're doubling down.
You realize the huge majority of people are on audio only. So
of course, but it doesn't matter. When you just are comfortable in your space, you sound better. And then those few that do it, and we have the clips. I think a lot of people are following us on our social. So we have the clips that people see more than going to YouTube.
I stand corrected. Well, I support you making your little nook, your podcast nook, even more elevated now that we're fully committed.
Exactly. Fully in.
Love it.
50 episodes, baby.
Woo-woo. All right. So before we get into the highs and lows, I'll tease the topic. We were going to do a goals check-in every quarter. I think we all agreed that was too many goals. Like we were making it sounded the same.
It wasn't too many goals. It was too many check-ins. I don't need to be looking over my own shoulder all the time.
Right. And then it's a mirror. It's like
micromanaging ourselves. It's like, ooh.
Yikes. So this is the 6-month check-in point from our last goals update, which is also hard to believe. Time is a flying. I don't know if it's because the weather's a changing, but I'm just feeling like, wow, everything's still moving.
Time is so flying by. It's scary, but I'm a little more scared about updating everyone on the goals.
Well, that'll make it enjoyable. We'll have a very honest
real talk here.
As
all the podcasts say, this is the real talk.
Not gonna lie. We're so candid.
We're being honest.
Yeah. Refuse to lie. All right. Well, I'm excited to check in with you. So we'll have fun. But before that, what's your high?
My high is 2 things. So we had a kid-full weekend. That was really fun.
Is there any other type of weekend?
No, I know. I think I say that every time. I should just like
It was a regular weekend.
It was a regular weekend. But we went to a golf tournament for my son, Ace. And
okay, I've been dying to ask you about this.
Well, for all of you listening, we have had a lot of success with a lot of the skills competition, the drive, chip, putt, because we have been talking about that, and we're going to Augusta.
I like the we there. It's like we've had success. No, Ace has had success.
Listen, my initials before I was married was Ace. He's pretty much a part of me.
Okay. All right.
Live vicariously.
This is how the sports parents become truly unhinged.
Exactly. Anyways,
proceed.
we signed him up for an actual golf tournament because he has been asking.
And
And
how does this work? Is it like a team? Is it like just a individual? I don't
there
understand golf.
Yeah, so we were late to the game this year. There are teams, so you can join like a
Okay.
tour that is like there's a couple different tours, but they allow you to go on to these different competitions. We are not in that yet, so we're going to sign up for that for next year. But
Okay.
what we did was a local tournament here for 7 to 12-year-olds. They also had 12 to 16, but it was a really fun time. There was like 100 kids. His age bracket was 7 to 12, and it
That's
was
a
a
big age
9.
range.
It is. Now, some of the older ones can go up to 18 holes. His age has to do 9 holes, but it was perfect. So we did 9 holes.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are different places that you can tee off. So we were the furthest back for his age bracket.
Honestly, 9 holes feels merciful for the parents.
Merciful. It was still 2.5 hours.
Of
But my
course.
high was he crushed it. And he also just watching him. So my husband caddies for him. Their bond when they're out there is just the sweetest. It's
I
like,
was melting over your photos. I
oh
was
my
just I
gosh,
had
he
only
just
seen
didn't
this was
stop.
coming through your shared album, and I was excited to hear the full story.
Yeah. So
But
it was
like
so
them
sweet.
chatting and strategizing about the shot was like, oh my God, the cutest thing I ever saw.
Totally. They're wearing like similar outfits. They went
Mhm.
over the day before to check where the tees are. They're just like all
Mm.
in it. And it's just really cute. But long story short, he tied for first place, which was
Incredible.
huge because we just didn't know how he would do in a tournament style. And then they went to a shootout and he ended up losing to a kid who did a 40-foot putt. And he was a little heartbroken, but he came in second. But he crushed it. And I was like, you were in first place. You got the score for first. And you came out with the shootout was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of people around.
Mhm.
And anyways, he should be so proud of himself. He crushed it.
A
And this is
million
the
percent.
first of many. But just seeing his joy. And the second he was done, he was like, can I go putt? Can I go chip? It's like he's obsessed. So it was really
I
cute to
love
see him
it.
in his element. And then the girls and I got a golf cart. Thank goodness this was a spectator golf cart. Like you were allowed to have a golf cart. And it was kind of rainy and cold, but we had
Mhm.
blankets, we had snacks, I had coffee, we were in a golf cart. So the girls and I had a good time too. It was quite fun.
Do you have to be quiet?
Yes. So I went to my favorite place, Target, beforehand. And the girls are actually both very tall and growing out of their clothes. This is a side note. So we had to go to
Mhm.
Target to get them all new pants because now that it's a new season, it's cold, nothing fits. So we went, and I also got a huge like thing of those Dum Dum suckers. I was looking for the Yum 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 suckers that are healthier, but we got the Dum Dums. Anyways, anytime they would remotely speak, I would pop a sucker in their mouth. Like we had to brush their teeth a lot last night, but it was just like golf is a little difficult for kid
Oh my gosh, you're a
spectators.
3-year-old? Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my gosh. Yeah. She was better than Lola. I love Lola, but she's so loud. She takes after me and she was hamming it up. She would look at me and talk louder just because she knew that she wasn't supposed to. And it was
Yeah.
like, I know what you're doing. So anyways.
Well, Lola needs the spotlight. Ace was in the
Yeah.
spotlight,
Ace
so
was
I'm
in the
sure that
spotlight.
was grinding her gears.
She didn't love it. Um, she she struggled with that a bit. And then last night we were talking about it before bed, and Phil wanted to talk to Ace separately, and she didn't like that either. She was
Mhm.
like, "Of course." She kind of made like some
Oh,
comment,
yeah.
like, "Of
Mhm.
course."
The
And it's
patriarchy
a
against her.
middle child. It's like she's you. I look at her, and she's a mix of you and me, which is kind of scary, to be honest.
That's really scary. I'm a little I'm alarmed.
Anyways, it was sweet moments with the kids and finding their thing. What was your high this week?
I just had a great week. So I turned 43 last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a great birthday like evening. I had
Mm-hmm.
sent it out to a bunch of girlfriends and literally every single one of them came. And we went and
Great.
got dirty martinis and then had like a great meal. And I was home by 9. It was
Love
perfect.
that.
Exactly what I wanted.
There's nothing better than getting home early. We went to a Friday night, like date night, and our two friends came. So it was like a double date. And we were
Yeah.
home by like 8:30, and everyone was like, was that the best ever? Like we had
It was
so
the
much
best
fun
ever.
from like
It was
5 to
perfect.
8 and was home. Yeah, it's great.
Totally. So that was great. And then
Yep.
we had a really nice weekend. We had Friday, it was like a little bit busy, which might be like a theme here for this Q4. But we had the PTA hosted Fall Fest. Does your school do this? Carnival, or they call it different things, but
This year we actually had it in September. I think there were like conflicts with football and different things. So they
okay.
in our, we're a southern, we're in the
Friday
South.
Night Lights energy.
Friday Night Lights takes priority. So
which
we
I
did
respect.
it in September. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it was, I'm part of the PTA. For how much longer we'll decide. But it was a good event. I thought it like went off without a hitch. Kids had a blast. It was cute.
What's your energy as a leader in the PTA? Like, are you giving like I'm also a CEO of a company and this is how I'm running it? Or are you more casual over there?
Okay. I joined with ulterior motives because of Sage Haven. And I was kind of like, oh, I wonder if schools will be an interesting go-to-market channel for us. Or like, I wonder if PTAs even could be an interesting partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined to like better understand how schools work.
Right.
And to be honest, I think you and I have decided it's a pretty tough channel to scale. So it's not our focus. So a little bit of like, oh, cool. I learned all of what I went to go learn. And it's probably not going to be like where we focus a lot of our energy right now.
Now you're stuck.
Now I'm stuck. I didn't realize when I signed up, it was a 2-year commitment, first of all. So this is the second year. Here's what I'll say. I had no idea how the school worked, and now I do. And like, God bless these women who are incredibly talented. To be honest with you, it's a lot of like left the workforce when I had kids, and I have all this extra like professional energy that needs to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And the school literally would not run without them. They do so much, way more than I thought before I joined.
100%.
So I'm literally like, thank you for your service. All these women running the school, unpaid. And that's why the school's so good. Like, this is the difference between public schools where the scores suck and public schools where there's a great community and everything's kind of great. It's like these women. So I have a lot of respect. You notice how I like don't put myself in there because it's literally like I'm not long for this world there. There's so many moments where I literally am like, Kate, you have your MBA, you run a company, and you're spending an hour and a half talking about Halloween parties. Like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The amount of detail too. And it's like insane. Like, cause you kind of have, it's politics too. You kind of have to follow what people did before you, try to come up with new stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'll dip my low first because it is relevant to this PTA.
Okay.
But, I kind of come in with an entrepreneur's mindset, guns blazing for all the things that I don't like about the school that we're going to fix. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a real dose of reality last week when, I've been on this campaign to find a childcare solution for this first grade slip schedule, which I find to be truly bananas.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically hit a wall of bureaucracy last week that it's like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen until like certain personnel changes occur at some unknown date in the future. But like, we don't have a shot in heck to get it done right now. And like, it's just disappointing. It's hard. Yeah. It's like, I'm not in control, which I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I have to deal with these systems of bureaucracy where people have misaligned incentives to me.
Yeah.
It's just like, get me out of here a little bit. Get me out of here.
Well, there's so much good to be a part of it, understand how the school goes, build those connections. And like your kids are going there for multiple years. So it's nice to have that relationship with the school. However,
it's really
so
amazing.
much work.
It's so much work. And I've met so many great people, I will say. Like, I have a few new friends, I would say, that I met through this, which I did not see coming.
Yeah, that's nice.
But like on Friday, I go over there at 2 to set up for an event that starts at 5:30. So I'm there for hours before.
Yeah, right.
And like, I don't mind the blue collar work of like an event. Like, in some ways, that's my favorite part. It's like, okay, we need to set up these booths. We need to get this ready. Like, I like that. It's just all of the bureaucracy on the little stuff that I'm like, can we rise above and realize this is nonsensical? We are literally squabbling over something that does not feel important enough to me to be worthy of any of our time.
Right.
Like, But again, this is the bureaucracy of a school. This is the
Well, and I just, I think people will probably put you in this category this year too, but I'm so thankful for the people who do it for our school. And I don't have the time right now to do it. I've got too much going on, especially with a little still. And I always said when Lily is in kindergarten, Ace will be in 5th grade. That's probably the year I can get more involved. All 3 of my kids will be at the same school. They're a little bit older. Like, it just feels more like the right time to be able to get involved and have the time, because I don't want to get involved and like sign myself up for stuff and then be overwhelmed, which I know I would be. I still get overwhelmed with some of just the little volunteering I say that I'll do. It has nothing to do with the big thing. So
no, I know it's a huge commitment, but most of the women on the PTA are not working. Like the fact that like I'm trying to work and do that, it's like it's too much. So I'm gonna find a way next year to stay involved to a lesser degree on my do less goal. I've done my 2-year commitment. I feel like I've done enough, and sayonara.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
my vibe.
Well, you hit low and high there because your high was your birthday. Do you have anything else to add?
Okay. So Fall Fest, we also had a lot of good sports. So Cal wrapped up soccer and basketball. So I'm excited because it's like we're now transitioning into a bit of a lull on the sports front. Grace still has a couple lingering things, but it's like it's gonna, I think, feel more do less go forward, which I'm excited about, and it's
nice,
related to one of my goals.
Nice.
Our neighbor had a fun Halloween party on Saturday, which was great. Like, I love a neighbor. You walk over, you can walk home whenever, you know what I mean? It was just like
the best.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
And then I had another high that I just wanted to drop that might be more relatable and less specific, but like we've hit the age with Calvin, my youngest, where we're dropping him off for birthday parties.
Oh, that's the best. I love the drop off. Yeah.
He had 2 birthday parties, and like in earlier years, that's your whole weekend. You're there, you know, basically
making small talk
for hours. It's draining.
And you know, those parents who are hosting the party don't want you to stay either, but you feel obligated. Like, it's almost like
when they're
they
little, it's
feel
like
obligated to have you stay.
Yes,
Your little wants you to stay. Like, you know, it's just what a dream.
We've made it to the promised land here. He had 2 birthday parties, and I barely even felt the pain of them.
Congrats.
Drop off. Thank you.
Congrats.
Big milestone over here. Big milestone.
Yeah. Well, I love it.
Yeah. I had one more low that I'm just going to slip in there too.
Perfect. Let's go.
Book fairs. Fuck you. What a scam.
All the books with all the like necklaces and dinosaur like claws.
It's 90% junk. 10% books.
Yeah, exactly.
Scholastic. How are you staying? You're staying alive on the 90% margins on the 90% of junk. I know it, but it's like I could buy this book on Amazon or an independent bookstore that I could actually feel good about for a fraction of what I'm spending at the Scholastic book fair. You upcharging me galore.
Well, and then it's like, do we need that furry diary that's sitting by the checkout? No, but are we going to get it? You better believe it. Like, are we going to fight over how many bookmarks you get? Like, you know, it's like, what a good call out. It's a nightmare. And we have them multiple times. It's like they hit you. Ours actually does an official book fair, but throughout the year, I feel like they surprise you. It'll be like an event that has nothing to do with book fair, and you get there and part of it's book fair. You're like, what?
Well, and then
I didn't know I had to fight this fight. Yeah.
And then they brainwash your kids by taking them in through their library session to get them all hyped up on all this stuff they want. And then they come home foaming at the mouth for something. And it's like,
of course.
Can I take you to the library? That's free. Have you heard of that? It's called the library, where we get all the books that we need for free.
I also, one time, you're allowed to bring cash too for the daytime. So if you see something, you can purchase it as well. I sent $10 for Ace.
Oh, you amateur.
Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. It actually, he brought back the $10 and said I didn't have enough money to buy anything. And I was like, what? Like, I'm sure it was because of choice, but I was like, this is insanity. I gave you $10 cash and you came home empty handed because it was not enough money.
Well, and then there's kind of like, there's a broken system of these e-wallets. You know, you put some money on their e-wallet account, but you don't get it refunded if they're under. So what it does is it incentivizes them to buy these little ticky-tack things. You know, they get close and then they have to buy all this junk to like hit the wallet amount. I'm like, this is dumb. Everything about this is dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways, hate you, book fair. Please never come back.
Good call out. That's hilarious.
Go to the library. It's free.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
good.
carry on. What do you got?
All right, I got a couple lows over here too.
Carry on.
I'll hit you quickly. One, I got pulled over and got a speeding ticket the other day. And it's so annoying because we have a road by us that they always hide out. And I know it. But the road it's 30 miles an hour. That's the speed limit.
30 is too
You
slow.
can't do 30. It's like you got to try to do 30. And I was going 42. Like, and I punched it around
Was
the
it
curb.
really 42 or was it 42
No.
if you slammed on the brakes?
No, it was actually like 37 and it's like around a curb. And so I just kind of punched it to get around the curb a little faster because there was no one in front of me and got at 42. And I was like, I could try to fight this. But also, I'm just so annoyed. I just took the ticket. And I'm sure I sounded like a snob, but he was like, you can go to court. And I was like, how much is it? I'm not going to court. Just tell me the cost and I'll pay it. You know, it's just like, give me the ticket. Like, I was just so mad. When you get it, like you're against the law going 42 miles an hour in a Buick, that doesn't, I don't feel like I am cool enough to be getting pulled over and getting a ticket.
Well, and it's also like, thank you for keeping our community safe a little bit. Get out of here. You just
do something better with your time. There's got to be some more crime going on than me going around a corner at 42 miles an hour.
Go find someone dangerous. This ain't it.
How was I rate?
Well, I got a ticket earlier this year for merging over a solid line in an on-ramp a little early. Mm-hmm. The dotted line was like 20 feet.
Yeah.
And by the way, I followed the car in front of me. No one cares about these things, but then I go online to pay it. I can't find it. The citation doesn't pull up. I'm like, maybe she didn't put it in. Like maybe I lucked out.
You got
in the mail. I just got the you didn't pay, and here's how to do it. I was like,
and here's the fee associated with your delay and not paying.
It wasn't as bad as I thought, though. How much was yours?
150.
Mine was 158. I thought for some reason I thought it was going to be like 300. So I was a little bit like,
yeah. I literally look at that and say, shit, I can't get coffee for 2 weeks. You know, like $150.
Now, were you a bitch to the officer?
Oh, no, I am like sweet as pie.
Yeah, right.
No, I was so sweet, but I actually took a picture of me getting.
Just say that. I was like, what? I was pissed that she pulled me over for this.
Well, I tried to be sweet as pie, get out of it. Didn't work. But I did take a picture of me getting pulled over and sent it to the group chat to warn all my neighbors that there's a cop sitting there. Oh, so I did my service. Yeah, I did my service. And my other low is flying around me right now. You know how clean I keep my house.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, last week, we started to get some fruit flies. And then those fruit flies probably laid some babies because now we have a fruit fly problem. And I am doing everything I can to get rid of them. And I think that I'm pretty close to them all being gone. Check your pantry. Nightmare. Well, I've been checking my pantry. So I've got all the things. I finally got a plug in with the light, you know, that actually is really doing some things. The little apple I bought, that did nothing. Thank you for letting me waste $8 on that Publix. That did nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, we did our own concoction of vinegar and dish soap or whatever it is. Yeah. But these things are annoying. And it's like they're disgusting. So I'm just like kind of over it. I'm annoyed. I think they're almost gone. Mm-hmm. But I'm boiling water, putting it down the drain. Anyways, if anybody has any other fruit fly tricks, send them my way because I'm really trying to murder these suckers in the next week so I don't have to deal with it.
Ew, I hate that for you.
Yeah. All right. Then my last one is something I told you this morning, and it's coming back. I feel it. I'm going to have to do the crystal check. I sat up too fast last night. I fell asleep in bed, sat up to go pee because that's what you do when you're 40. And I guess I sat up too fast to get out of bed. I gave myself vertigo. I was spinning. The whole room was spinning for like a full hour. And I'm starting to feel it again. And you told me you had, what is it called again? Do you remember? BBLM or something?
BPPV. Okay. I had never heard of this. So this is a PSA for all of you out there if you get vertigo. I had never had this in my life. And maybe a year ago or a year and a half ago, I had something very similar. I thought I had an ear infection because I'm like, something is really strange here. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I took like cold medicine and all the things to try to get, and I was kind of on the end of a cold. So it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But like 4 or 5 days later, it still wasn't going away. And I was like, what the heck? So I go into the doctor. I'm like, I think I have an inner ear infection. And he is like, I bet you have a crystal. I'm like, what? Ear crystals. This is a thing.
I was
It's,
Googling
I'm
it
not
last
even going
night.
to try to tell you the medical thing, but I think it's BPPV.
Okay.
And it's basically a little ear crystal that throws off your balance. And you do the weirdest maneuver to like shake it out, basically. And then
Well,
once he did this, I was fine. I literally like went in horrible, left fine. It was crazy.
I'm gonna YouTube, or you sent me a YouTube this morning of what you
Yeah.
did, and I'm gonna try to mimic it because I thought it was gone. I woke up this morning with a little headache, but it wasn't too bad, and now I'm starting to get dizzy again. So
Mhm.
we'll see how this podcast goes. I'm getting a little dizzy,
Okay.
but
You go
it
down
is a
for the
little.
count.
I know, but it's just frustrating because it's like it's a really weird feeling. It's really not good,
Have you had a
and
cold or anything? Because it also could be an ear infection.
I don't know. I really haven't. But my family, a couple of them are congested. So it's possible I'm on the beginning stages and I don't even know it. And that's what's associated. But
Okay.
I don't know. I'll keep you posted.
Debilitating. Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah. So, anyways, low, low, low.
Wah, wah, wah. All
Wah, wah,
right.
wah.
Well,
All right. We got a couple on my minds. Do you have some on
let's,
my minds?
no, take it away.
All right. So one is kind of random, but there was a recall on Neutrogena face wipes, the ones that I promote. Have you seen the
Mhm.
Neutrogena, like the light blue pack?
I know which ones you use, so I can picture the packaging perfectly. I can't use wipes on my sensitive skin.
Yeah, sorry about you. But anyways, maybe it's for the best because they got recalled and they were like it said like is it sepsis? Like can give sepsis? Like there were bacterial
Sepsis.
infection. Yeah, like bacterial infections in the wipes potentially that could cause that.
Holy mackerel. That like
I
finish
know.
it, doesn't it?
I don't know. So I was like, that's a nightmare. I just bought a huge pack at Costco. So it is for different states, and the serial number does not line up with the box that I have. But are
That's
you
always a
using this?
gamble.
It's a
Mm-mm.
gamble. It's like I just bought a whole Costco pack of these things. Can I or can I not use it? And to be honest with you, I used one last night. Do you think that's what's causing this dizziness?
No, I
Okay.
really don't. I think the odds that it is contaminated, if it wasn't the serial numbers listed, seem very low. And do you want to
And
be the
I'm
case? Yeah,
no.
to me, it's just like put that in the. It's like when I sniff the cottage cheese and I'm like, is this bad? When I do that, I immediately now throw it away
Yeah.
because talk about a not worth it.
I know, but I love those face wipes and they were expensive. And now I have like 1,000, like more than 1,000 because I went to Costco.
Yeah, well, I
You
like
throwing
cottage
those
cheese
out?
too.
You're
Toss it,
throwing those
baby.
out?
Not
Ugh,
worth it. Not worth
golly.
it.
All right.
Golly.
Next on my mind. Did you
Okay.
see this NBA scandal?
Yes.
NBA mob scandal, I should say. I think
Okay.
that the news
I
is
have to
taking this
admit,
to a weird place because I
I
don't
didn't go
know.
down the rabbit hole of it. I just saw Chauncey Billups, who I knew, and I forget the other player, but involved
Yeah.
in
Well,
a
Chauncey is
gambling
the coach
scandal.
of Portland.
Yeah.
And then there was another player on a different team. I think I forget. Yes, another player.
Okay.
But yes, they got arrested.
What's the mob angle on it?
Well, apparently those two in particular were luring fish, they were calling them, like big fish, moneymakers, to rigged poker games to get a lot of money out of them. So the mob was
Interesting.
associated, I guess the mob set up the poker games. They lured these people there and then lost a bunch of money because it was everybody in on it, but the person that was asked to go to the poker game and participate too. So I don't know how deep it goes. The FBI arrested them, but I was just kind of like looking at the headline and starting to read the articles and going, this is interesting. And one of them was also in trouble for sports betting, like throwing off games. So he would tell
Well, that's what
people,
I thought it was. That's what I
yeah.
thought the whole thing was. I didn't realize
So
it had the other
to be
angle.
honest with you, it's a little fuzzy of how those are correlated. The poker
Okay.
game luring versus the throwing off by betting, but both are going down at the same time. So it's very interesting because I do think they're correlated. But it's like what a wild world. Like I guess
You
I
know,
always assumed that sports betting could be rigged.
here's what I kind of don't quite understand. Maybe because I'm not a criminal, but it's like Chauncey Billups is a rich dude. Like, why risk it for that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't quite get that. Like, I kind of understand if you're super poor, your back's against a wall, those kinds of situations to make bad decisions to go into the life of crime. It's like, at
You're right.
least that is rational.
Well,
But
it's
it's
like,
like,
well, and you don't know. I mean, maybe he had some kind of gambling issue and he was trying to get himself out of a situation. You never know what somebody's situation is, but you're right. From the looks of it, he has a huge salary, has a lot of
yeah,
money, and maybe he blew it on stuff he shouldn't have. And that was his, like, who knows? But like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird
you
when
don't
you're
know. But
successful
yeah,
and you
it's like
make
to
bad
take
choices.
those level of risks
Right.
when you're seemingly at the top. But it kind of reminds me of that John Hamm Friends and Neighbors. You know what I mean? It's
Totally.
like you kind of get used to a lifestyle and then all of a sudden you're making some interesting decisions.
Yeah. Well, that show gave me anxiety. It's giving me Black Rabbit a little bit with bad choices.
Yeah.
It's just something I don't want to be a part of, but I found it very interesting. I read a lot
Mhm.
of articles on it because I was like, tell me more.
You
And
know
it's
what I
still a little
keep reading
fuzzy.
about? The
What?
Louvre heist. Have you been
Oh my
following?
gosh, yes. I mean, Ocean's 11, like that's what you go to, right? It's
1,000%.
like this is like a real life heist. That's amazing.
Well,
But now two of them are arrested.
my neighbor and her daughter went as them for Halloween, which I thought was like really funny.
That's perfect. Actually, I might steal that. This is going to come out after Halloween, but I'm like a couple days away from Halloween and still don't have an outfit.
It was cute. A beret, like a burglar kind of striped shirt. You know
Really
what I mean?
funny. Yeah.
A little mustache
Yeah.
and then like a bag of jewels. I was like, I like it.
I think that's gold. I think I'm going to do it cuz I was on the edge of like, do I dress up like an expensive coffee as a joke with Phil? Cuz he always makes fun of me for getting coffee.
Yeah.
Do I put
That's
like $8 on me and dress up like a coffee? But it just wasn't hitting the same way as that heist.
I was thinking you wearing like, again, a huge
No, they
structure.
actually had one of those just like small head coffee. You put your head through the coffee
Okay.
cup. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I saw that at Target. So I was like, I could be an expensive latte. That would be funny.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
between the
kind of
two.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I support either one, but I thought it
Okay.
was clever.
Yeah.
And there's like a TikTok aesthetic, like a French heist aesthetic going around, which I'm just like, the
Yeah.
internet is hilarious.
They take these
Um,
things and run with it, which is so funny.
but I kind of feel like the world all got in on this one, which
Yeah.
was like, I
Nobody
don't
wanted
know.
them arrested. Not one
Yeah,
person wanted those
exactly.
people to get caught.
No, it's almost like we needed a good heist to give us hope. Oh, you got
Totally.
some. I
It's
guess
like
that's good. I guess that's good.
it's almost like, you know what? We knew that those people existed. We knew Danny Ocean was a real person.
Hmm.
Maybe they got caught on purpose. Maybe the two that got caught aren't associated with it, and those were the people that they
Those
wanted
were
to
the
get caught.
scapegoats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
tin
the heist
hat
still
time.
lives on. Maybe it
Tin hat.
still lives on.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
anyhow, what you got?
Let's
Anything
move
else on
on.
your mind?
Nah, that's enough, I think.
I think it's plenty. All
I
right.
think I got this crystal on my mind and I can't stop spinning, so let's move on.
Okay. Well, that should make it interesting. We have our goals. I don't know if you remember, so I'll tee up like kind of the goal we said last time. And this is a brutal, honest check in of where you're at. The
I don't
first
like
one.
it. I don't like it.
Got sweaty pits.
I guess I'm nervous over here.
Okay, the first one was like on the personal side. And honestly, you and I were both like trying to get skinnier and more fit. So you said 5 days a week of activity. And then you also said you're going to find a personal hobby. And then at the end of it, we brainstormed and said golf question mark. That was
Yeah.
yours.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's do the first one. Up the workouts 5 days a week. How you doing?
Mm-mm. I'm in a lull. So I'm walking 5 days a week.
You're
I'm
rucking.
working out
What do you mean?
less
Count
than.
it.
I'm rucking 5 days a week, but I don't think it counts. It's like it's not it is something.
Yeah.
But I am in this lull right now, being very honest, where we got really busy. We had a lot of stuff going on. We traveled a lot, and I started to be like, oh, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, like kind of pushing off workouts a little bit and doing the bare minimum, doing just a walk or something.
You also
And then I got into a rut and now I can't get out of it. It's like really hard. So like I am still working out, but it's not as consistent as I want it to be. And I did not
I just
hit
was
my goal
giggling
weight.
thinking of you falling off the treadmill. That
Oh
happened,
my
I
God.
think, since our last check-in as well. Maybe that's
I think
part of
that's
it.
maybe what started the rut. You know, it's like something happens like that, and you're like, I'm going to skip the gym for a little bit and just lay low. And then all of a sudden, here I am saying all I do is ruck. And you know, I need to get back into it. I have started to be very strict, more strict, because I told you I need to get into a gown for an event in December. So I will say in the last 2 weeks, I've been trying to be more on my meals and things, but I need to increase this. I hit my goal weight, then put it back on, and now I'm trying to get it back off. That's
hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Wah, wah.
Well, and like when you say 5 days, you mean going to Lifetime and lifting weights or something, or like?
Yeah, I mean like a good workout 5 days a week, lifting weights. You know, arms one day, legs another, full body the next. You know that.
It's so hard when it's sweatshirt season too, or turtleneck season. It's like it's harder to be aggro.
It is true,
you
because
just want to be cozy.
there are some days I'm like, oof, I still got to hit my goal. And then other days I'm like, I'm not that bad, you know? And it's like, it's because I'm wearing cozy sweatpants.
Exactly. Those elastic waists.
So anyways, I'm re-going our, what is it? I'm recommitting. But I'm so early on into that, I'm not confident enough to give you like a positive feedback here.
I like it. Keep it real. How about the hobby? Have you golfed anymore?
No, I just told you I live vicariously through my son. So
yeah.
No, Ace golf more. I really haven't. I don't have any. I don't know. I need a hobby still, and I really like golf.
I think it's just you got to let your kids get a little older.
Yeah.
I think it's too ambitious.
We just launched in September. Like I know it's just 2 months in, not even.
Yeah.
It feels so busy. Like, in fact, I think this like spinning headache last night was because I'm so busy. Like last night, it's like I don't want to do anything. We've overbooked, and like, you know, I just like I'm so sick of doing stuff. I just need to like, I want a day where we don't have anything, and it just I don't see that in the foreseeable future. So it kind of is getting me down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll come back to the do less on my parenting one.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
Well, I had started the year at I want to play tennis 4 times a week. Then when we checked in last time, I was like injuring myself playing too much tennis. So then I tweaked it to something every day. I am going to tweak it again to 6 times a week.
Okay.
Maybe even 5. It's like every day is too much. Sometimes I need a day off.
Yeah, totally.
So I think again, I like how I'm justifying me not hitting my goal by changing my goal downwards.
But like honestly though, that was a stupid goal. Let's just say that. That's too much.
It was pretty aggro. It was pretty aggro. I had to do something every day. And then I had this whole speech about like, even if it's a walk, and it's like, oh, shut the fuck up, old Kate. I'll sit on my ass some days if I want to.
I know. I started to be like, I'm sitting outside and getting sunshine. Does that count?
Vitamin D, it's healthy. You know,
vitamin D, it's part of the workout.
But also, do you have sunscreen on for your wrinkles?
Yeah, apparently not.
So I'm gonna. I think I'm doing pretty good staying active. In all honesty, 5-6 days a week. I think I'm actually good. I think I'm good.
You're good. You're looking great. You're at your goal.
I'm gonna change the goal. I'm gonna change the goal to be where I'm at, which actually feels like kind of a good mental and physical healthy spot.
Yeah. No, you hit your goal weight. You're playing a lot. You're looking great.
My tennis game is improving. Like I'm still feel like I'm actually hitting the sweet spot of how much tennis, which is more like 2 to 3 times a week.
You hit this goal and ran through it. I hit the brick wall and fell back face planting. So take the win. Take the win.
Okay, take the win. All right, parenting. Yours was try to be less anxious and stressy. You had given yourself from the first check-in to the second check-in more improvements. You went from 60 to 85, you said. Of chill parenting. How you doing?
I literally just had a talk with myself the other day about how little things will set me off. So I'm doing fine. I'm better, but I'm still more anxious than I need to be, and I care more about things that I shouldn't care about as much. Like,
What's in that category? Like, just
caring about things that I shouldn't care
is
about.
this your clean house again, or is this something
Yeah.
else?
No, that's it. And like,
That's your stress mechanism, though.
I know, but then it's like, things going on with the kids at school or anything that's out of bounds with just the normal day that I have to deal with is stressing me out more.
You know what I was thinking?
I need to like meditate. I need something new here.
No, you know what you need to do?
What?
Lower your bar. Lower your bar.
I know you say this every time though.
But your bar for parenting is like so high, right?
Mm.
Like, you're so careful about their screen time. You're so careful about making sure each kid has a unique activity that accentuates their strengths. It's like a little bit like, fuck, like just let them play a video game. Let them chill.
I'm exhausted right now. Maybe that's part of it. But yes, I do want to be less anxious, and I'm still working on it.
But I think it involves, like, you need to be more of a bad mom.
I'll watch that movie. I'll rewatch that movie, and then maybe,
Because I think you put a really high bar on yourself to take him to a pumpkin patch, and then
and everybody be cute and try to get a cute photo.
Everyone's in a matching outfit at a pumpkin patch, and it's a little bit like, throw on a movie.
I feel like I've lowered it from that. I feel like I've lowered it from that a little bit.
Well,
but
I
you're
feel
right.
like you've gotten way
better.
Like following Lily up the stairs and being so worried about their safety. I feel like
she's actually I think that I've really improved upon. She's old enough now where she's actually not making me feel like I have to follow her everywhere, giving her a little bit more independence. I've come a long way with that. So I think in that way I hit the goal a little bit, but I'm still too anxious of a person.
Yes.
And I would like to continue to work on that.
Okay.
So
goal in progress. Good check-in.
Check me on the next one. All right. What was yours for that one? Parenting.
Mine, I had pull back on kid activities for my year of do less. Mm-hmm. And I was in a sweet spot after, this was 6 months ago. So like in the spring, this one backslid, and I was worried it would, because just the swim and the activities of the fall, we do basketball and soccer. It's like, it just got more aggro.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed, like, even this week, as like a real honest check-in, Cal is actually done with soccer and basketball. And I was like, oh, good, we're going to have all this free time. And then I like laid out the week, and I'm like, Grace has something every single night.
That's a lot. What is she doing that she's in something every night?
2 soccers, Monday and Thursday practice.
Mm-hmm.
We started basketball. So I coach her on Tuesday night for basketball.
Yeah.
Wednesday, piano.
Yeah, got it.
Well, and then Friday, it's Halloween. So, I mean, I was counting that. But I was just like, and again, the piano day is half an hour. We could still have a good family dinner on Wednesday. But I was kind of looking ahead, like, okay, like, what's my dinner plan this week for family dinners? Because I noticed myself, like, if I plan ahead and think about them a little bit, they're usually, like, a little better.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting frustrated that I haven't defrosted meat at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was looking ahead, and I was like, oof, this is a little bit too much. So, and I gave in. She was begging me to do flag football in the spring. Mm-hmm. And last year we had that nice lull because she didn't do flag football or softball. We had like a couple
fun
months
for her to do, though. I think it's a good thing to add.
I know it's only once a week too, so I justified it. But I was like, I feel like I was doing really good, and now it's a little bit like, no, I got caught up in the spiral of all the things. And
when you have 2 kids, it's easy to do, and I would say you're still doing pretty well as far as not getting them in multiple sports at one time. It's just weird. Your basketball starts a little earlier than ours. We start after soccer. Like our soccer wraps up, then we start basketball.
Well, so Grace's basketball is just starting.
Yeah.
And then I did sign Cal up for basketball again in January. So he's got another 8-week there, and he'll be doing football. But again, his are just at the 1 time a week thing. He doesn't have practices for either one of those. So that actually felt fun. Like if an individual kid is doing something 2-3 days a week, I'm fine with that. I don't care if it's 1 thing or 2 things or 3 things, quite frankly. It's just when it's every day and all I'm doing is chauffeuring them around town, and it takes away from like chill, relaxing family evenings and dinners. That's it's a balance. Sometimes it's impossible, but like I like to have a balance, and we're not in a balance right now.
Yeah. Well,
Worse.
get back there. This is the
Okay.
time of year too where it makes me want to do that more. So I get that.
I know it's like
All
I
right.
want to make a soup. Okay, the next one, relationships. We started the year saying 2 date nights a month.
Mm-hmm.
We both did poorly at that. Then last time we met, we tweaked it and said 1 date a month, and then 1 out with your friends, but no kids, with your husband, but where it's like kind of feels a little group datey.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
Crushed this one. I went through
Good.
this one and did great.
And this was one of your lowest scores. You said you had gone from 40% to 55%. So
yeah. So I would say we're at 100% on this one because
wow.
I've gamed the system and figured out how to get the Kids Academy at Lifetime going, which is Friday and Saturday night. They have free babysitting from 5 to 8.
I mean,
And
Lifetime.
if you get and I was always on the wait list. So I figured out how to get in. And I would say I was signing this up when I first started. We had a like weekly Friday thing. It was almost too much. So we were doing every week date. And some of those would have a friend join or whatever, but for the most part, we were doing great. And Phil and I both kind of agreed it felt too much. We were like, it's just like a Friday night at home sometimes would be good too. So we've been doing like every other week, and it's perfection. So I feel like
2
we're
times a
crushing
month.
it. And
what do
I
you guys do when the kids are there?
Well, it's a pretty, I mean, it's a short-ish window, meaning we're going to go to a restaurant nearby or do something nearby. So for the most part, we just go post up at a bar, get a little app, hang out. Last week, we went with 2 of our friends. So we had a double date to this new restaurant in Franklin, and Culinary Dropout. You were amazing. That was the second time I've been there. I think it's a nicer. Yeah, it's really cute. I think they have a couple around the country, but it's like a nicer chain. Wonderful. So good. Anyways,
Awesome.
we are just doing that kind of stuff. Because by the time you drop them off, you go and then you come back, you're basically, you don't have that much time. So we're not going into Nashville or anything, but it's been perfect. It's been perfection. And then, like you said, you're in bed by 8:30 and it's the best date night ever.
Love it.
Yeah.
Now, since last we talked on my end, I have had one huge tweak for the better.
Okay.
And that is a weekend away a quarter.
Oh, yes.
Or even a night away a quarter. But your birthday kicked this off in June. And we went to Austin, Texas without the kids for a couple of days. And he and I both on the way home was like, we needed that. That was actually amazing.
Yeah, that was so fun.
And then it happened to I had this Vegas business school reunion. And again, we got 48 hours without the kids. Literally amazing.
Yeah.
And I was the one that was like, I don't think we need it. Like, I think we're connected. I think we're doing fine. And like, I forgot how good it was to not have kids for 2 days with your husband. It was like the before times.
Yeah.
It was so good. And plus just like getting out of your environment, going to a hotel, chef's kiss. Loved it.
What a luxury though, because we can't pull that off. We did get the birthday one. Sometimes it lines up. Like we're going to a gala, in Connecticut in December, and the parents are going to watch the kids. So like we will have that, which is amazing. So we pull it off probably every 6 months, just because we have things that we have to go to that allow us to get a sitter or whatever. It's just really hard. We don't have grandparents in our town. You don't either, but it's just really hard to pull off in that way.
I know. We got lucky with like a couple of those, but like we have a wedding. Our Q4 version of this is we have a wedding next weekend, not Halloween week, like the week after that.
Amazing.
Down in Monterey.
So you have somebody watching the kids then too?
Val's going to watch them, and I have a bunch of friends doing play dates and everything. So.
Well, you're crushing that one. Good for you. That one seems like
it won't last forever. It won't last forever. But again, take your sweet spots when you get them. But that tweak we still are not doing one-on-one date nights every month, like just us. We will do the friend date nights that I think are still very fun and joyful.
Yeah.
And then to me, though, this like quarterly getaway has really been like great for our relationship.
Yeah.
So better. Still not doing enough one-on-one dates because, again, just life. But better. Okay, work.
Good.
Your first one was not that we had like a general one and then a Sage Haven specific one.
Mm-hmm.
The general one, you had overcoming imposter syndrome. And you had said like huge challenge and then like maybe a little bit better at the last check-in post like the Start X experience. How are you feeling about the imposter syndrome of it all now?
I think I've gotten way better in certain ways. Like I'm understanding the VC world and like feel very confident in what we're doing and kind of now almost have the pretty woman more when somebody doesn't want to invest in us or if I feel like someone's not believing in us. I'm kind of like big mistake. So I feel like I'm
It's
better.
them, not us.
It's them, not us. I feel so much better in that way. And because I'm
Yeah.
so confident in what we're doing, that feels better. But I still have moments of imposter syndrome on like just task within like things that we're trying to accomplish because we give ourselves aggressive goals. I know that. And you and I are both very hard on ourselves. So I still have those moments of like a little panic, I guess it is, of like, do I know what I'm doing? And then I have to be reset and say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I still need the pep talk on occasion. But I would say I've improved on that much more than I was last 6 months.
I feel that too. I feel like you're not giving off I don't deserve to be here energy at all. I feel like you take up the right amount of space and like demand what needs to get done and like hold, like, I don't know, it feels good on my side in terms of like progress for you.
Yeah. I feel like that's come a long way for sure. So the goal was hit, but do I feel 100% like no?
100%
and I wonder,
too ambitious though. It's
like I was gonna say, I wonder what people really like, what the percentages of
honestly, only psychopaths have 0% doubt. Like to me, that's like we got another problem there.
Yeah,
where maybe a few men in power are like they can do no wrong. They never question themselves. It's like maybe a couple questions and a couple doubts wouldn't kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like take a breath and think this one through. But like I think a healthy amount though is not like crippling like oh god doubt, but a couple points of reflection.
Yeah,
that's the healthy thing. Okay,
all right, what was yours in this category?
Mine was I need to trust myself. This like almost sage persona of like be wise, don't grind when you get anxious just to grind, which is like my default.
I feel like you've really done a good job with that.
I do too, actually. Well, and even the check-in, it was good to like listen back to the pod where we did this because I said, I'm getting better. I'll grind for like a day or two, but now I catch myself and then I can like kind of reset. And I was thinking a day or two of grinding before a reset. I'm definitely better than that now. Now it's like 30 minutes of grinding. And then I'm like, wait a second. Like I'll catch myself like way sooner in that like, oh, I'm feeling anxious about this thing. So let me just like, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I actually think I'm doing, I bet this is like now at, I think I gave myself like a 60 the first time going up to 75. I think I'm at like 90.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's
I see it from my side for sure.
And I don't know if this will ever go away, but there's still those moments where I'll like wake up in the middle of the night and feel like I haven't done enough or that time, time is like always the thing. It's like if I had a lot of time to do all these things, I wouldn't worry about it. But I do worry. It's like, have I done enough? Am I prioritizing the right thing? Like I don't know if that ever goes away, which is a little bit like scary. I'd love to be so confident that it's like I never have those wiggles of doubt in the middle of the night.
I also think that is what drives you and has you thinking bigger picture. Like you're always thinking about the bigger picture, what's next, even after this thing we're currently doing. That is what makes you a great CEO. That's what makes you a great visionary and leader and entrepreneur. So like, I think that is not something you want to change. Like, I don't want you waking up every night, but I think that there's a lot of like growth that happens when you wake up and kind of think about stuff. It gives clarity sometimes.
Yeah. So, well, and it's like, I'm very ambitious for what I'd like to accomplish with this. And that drive is a little bit of a double-edged sword sometimes. It makes my life more uncomfortable because I'm never happy with what we've done. I always want to have a bigger impact. And I wake up thinking about what I could have done or how I can do something faster or better.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, Kate, that literally is your entire personality. Who would you even be without that?
Yeah. I just think you always have been an entrepreneur at heart. So I think you'll always do something like that.
Yeah. It's just I can't even picture it for myself. So I guess it's like, trust myself that that's not my future.
I can picture it for myself, but it's not realistic.
It feels unattainable.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of
Different
which, let's move
goals.
to Sage
Yeah.
Haven.
Okay.
Last time we checked in on this, you were stressing about not having enough people in the community. And I was like, no, you've done great. We had like 11,000 people in the community. Flash forward 6 months.
Yeah, I feel we're doing really great. Now, you and I are our worst critics because we always want more, right? But we have more than 25,000 people in our community of Sage, which is huge. And I really have to take a step back and say, awesome job, because I'm always, now we hit this goal, now we're at the next goal, now we're going for the next goal. So I'm always wanting more. But I do need to take a moment and cheers and say that is a job well done. And we're still growing. We're so early on into what we're doing. And to have a community of people following us with that is that large is awesome. I think
a lot of people in less than a year to have 25,000 followers across platforms and
that's the thing though, is we have multiple platforms with multiple. Our brand is threefold, which is Sage Parents as kind of the resources and guides for parents. We have Sage Sisters, which is obviously this podcast. And then we have Sage Haven, which is our app and kind of everything we're going to be doing in the child safety space. So we have 3 different ways to gain followers. And in some ways that feels defeating a little bit because you feel like you're spread over.
Thin. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, no, we're crushing it. And we have all of these great branches of what we're doing and they're all continuing to grow consistently. And we're seeing success with all of them. That's exciting. So I think that's where any of that, like, oh, I got to get to the next place, But all of the things that we've done with our newsletter and our following is really, we've come a long way and we should be proud of it. And quite frankly, our app just launched in September. So to have the following we do when we're so new is exciting.
Well, and I guess my side of that on the product side, I had said, I can't wait to get the app live at the end of summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think in my head, end of summer was like July, August. We actually went live in September. So we were a good 2 months behind schedule when it was all said and done. And even then, to be totally fair, we launched and it didn't have all the little things. We like scoped it back to even get it out the door, which, I've been doing entrepreneurship for 20 years. #normal, #everyone was still working hard. Some things came up, like yada normal. But like, I just expect, perfection almost. So it's like, I was still disappointed by that. And even now I'm like, it needs this feature and this feature before we'll really have product market fit in my gut based on like all these interviews that we've done. So like, I'm still feel like I'm waiting for a feature, but we are close. We got Apple Watch dropping. We got voice calling coming out. I think to me, those are 2 like must have big
and they're
features.
they're right around the corner. So we're there.
We're literally coding them as we speak.
Right.
They'll be live soon. So I'm trying to go back to the Sage patient thing, but it's like, I had said even publicly, I wanted to do that end of summer. So I'm just like, feeling impatient. So that's like my battle. But also, I'm super proud of what we put out. I think it delivers on the value. Like, again, it's like, I got to celebrate every win and like celebrate the fact we pushed an app out. It was really good.
Totally. We've
come
so far.
Reviews are great. So I just, feeling a little bit behind.
We are in such a great place and taking a moment to say we've accomplished a lot. You and I are always going to drive to the next thing. So it's like we're doing great with those goals.
Doing great, sweetie.
Doing great. You're doing great.
All right, that's a wrap. Did you have any other points of reflection? Yours weren't that bad.
I didn't feel
Maybe stress
good about a
parenting and a little
few.
bit of working out.
And maybe because those are personal, they're hitting a little bit harder. It's like I don't want 6 months from now to come back and say the exact same thing. These are things I really would like to change.
Yeah.
So I'm
But you got to also
excited.
take your wins. Relationship,
Totally. Relationship check,
work.
work check. You can't have it all, they say sometimes. The balancing act is hard. So
Yeah. Ebb
not
and flow.
bad.
Not bad.
50%, 50% for me, I guess, overall goals achieved.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
about you?
I would say personal relationship, good. Parenting, medium. Sage Haven, medium.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I backslid a little bit on a few of them. But I'm feeling good. I think overall, I like the plot points. I feel like I am like going up and to the right. And like overall, when I think of my year of do less, and when I think of the balance I wanted to strike and the trust myself of it all, that's a big one. That's a big one. Like I feel like there's been a lot of personal growth.
100%. And I don't know, it's like depending on the week is how these answers can be. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's been 2 or 3 really like busy, hard weeks where I just feel exhausted. So I feel
And
like
you have an ear crystal.
and I have an ear crystal and I'm dizzy. So I do feel like maybe it's better than that I even said today a little bit. And it's
Yeah.
like, but that's life. Like that's what makes it
Totally.
truly like, yeah, I don't know. I got to keep working on that and I will. But it's always good to have goals, but I'm excited to
And I
get
just think like take a moment to reflect. I think it literally like we get so busy we don't think. And then you go,
yeah.
you know what? The reframe of I'm doing pretty good. The
Yeah.
reframe of my life's pretty good. I think that's actually like so important.
I agree.
Okay, let's move to tech tip.
What you got?
I was listening to a Call Her Daddy episode this weekend that sort of really hit for me. It was something like doom scrolling's running our life.
I didn't
But when
hear this one, but it sounds spot
it's like
on.
she doesn't even have a guest. It's just like her talking. And she was
Mhm.
really saying that she was feeling super anxious about work, about all this stuff. She was like really anxious.
Mhm.
And she went to her therapist, and her therapist is like, Alex, you're not leaving space throughout your day for like quiet. So
Yes,
then
I feel that in my
you're
soul.
feeling every slot throughout your day
Mhm.
with a phone, with a scroll, with content, with a podcast. Like there's no quiet in your day.
Yeah.
So then at the end of your day, when you're trying to sleep, you have like all these intrusive thoughts that you haven't had time to process throughout your day because you didn't leave any space
Mhm.
for quiet.
Yeah, so true.
And, I have a little bit of an addictive personality. That won't surprise you, but I don't know if everyone, it's like I do love gambling. I do like kind of go aggro on competition. Like
Yeah.
this idea of like I can really get addicted to my phone and like
Mhm.
really fill every slot with content for myself. And I've done better about
Mhm.
like less TikTok and more podcasts, but like still I'm like the consumption of information was still coming in, coming in, coming in.
Yeah.
Um, and I think this idea of like, even though I've improved my content and I thought I had fixed it, something about this really hit for me because I don't have a lot of gaps of quiet. And she
Mhm.
was like, do you take a shower without your phone? And I'm like, no, I listen to a podcast or I read in the
Yeah.
shower. Like I
Mhm.
literally fill it. Even if I'm reading, I fill it
Yeah.
with something.
Mhm.
So I actually like took this as a bit of a challenge yesterday. And after I listened to this podcast, I took a shower with no phone, quiet,
Nice.
and then I like put it away and I was like with the kids and I like literally didn't check my phone for a few hours.
Mhm.
Um, and I noticed a difference. I mean, I did it for one day. So like I'm not trying to be like I figured this all out, but like I think I have almost a new goal for myself with stress management and just how I'm living my life, which is like
Yeah.
it's not about the content or the scrolling or whatever for me. It's like
Mhm.
I need to leave some space for quiet, no stimulation, because I'm overstimulating myself
Yeah.
And then at night, it has nowhere to go except, I'm like almost processing it in my dreams because I didn't have a chance to like process even a to-do list or, oh, I haven't called mom in a bit, or like whatever my thoughts come to me in a quiet moment. I'm not leaving any quiet space.
Yeah. I think that
It
it's
really
so
hit for me.
true. And I'm sure it hits for a lot of people because it hits for me too. And mine is like on the weekend, sometimes I can be without my phone for hours. Like I don't even know where it is sometimes. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's not necessarily as much scrolling. Sometimes it is, but not all the time. But mine is quiet. I never have quiet time. I'm never sitting peacefully to myself. I actually was talking
Yeah.
to a friend the other day, and it's like part of my anxiety issues and things is because I'm not like just in my own thoughts sometimes. Like I would like to just sit there, and it's like meditate for me may be hard, but I'm going to try. I think meditation is so good. But like any form of that, like sitting quietly to your point, that resonates. I'm going to try that too because that should
Or
be a new
like
goal for us.
literally your hobby, showering. It's like shower without a
Yeah.
podcast on.
Mhm.
And it gives you time to like think your thoughts.
Yeah.
Even
Yep,
if
I
those
think it's a
thoughts are
good
a
one.
to-do list for you, which they will be, at least you're processing them in your waking hours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I think for me,
I just think quiet time, sitting to yourself like
yeah.
I don't even think I should be doing something. I think I'm going to try to just have quiet time where I'm just taking a moment to sit. I don't sit. So
Yeah, you're
like
not a good
sitting
sitter.
down and being quiet with myself without anybody yelling at me for stuff. I don't know how to do that yet, but I really would like to accomplish
Well,
that.
and I really struggle with meditation to like quiet my mind.
Mhm.
And then I almost beat myself up about like, oh, you can't even calm down. So like I'm not quite at a level where I can do that, even though I respect it. I'm at the
Mhm.
level of like just you can think your thoughts, but like I literally was cramming so much content into these gaps.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking my thoughts.
That's so it's everyone. It's this is a good one.
So, anyways, my tech tip: find some quiet. Find some quiet.
30 minutes a day? What are you going to go for?
I don't
10
want to do.
minutes?
I don't know. Maybe it's a good one to think about. I'm nervous to like put a number on it and then I have to quantify it. It's almost just like,
Try to find
but
some time.
I love my son so much, Calvin. He's got such a different personality from me. But I drove him to school at the weird slip time today.
Mhm.
Hashtag angry at bureaucracy. But I was like, oh, what song do you want me to put on? And he was like, I'd prefer silence.
You're like, "Huh, good one."
And then I was like, oh, do you want to talk? Like, is it, sometimes I thought maybe he wanted to say something. No, he wanted silence. We sat
You're
in
like, "I need to
silence.
take a page out of his book." All right,
I
Cal.
need
Thanks
it.
for motivating us.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's wisdom in that little man.
I love it.
So, anyways, that was cute. All right, you got any obsessions?
I do. I last week decided that I was going to take my nails off. I was just
Yeah.
doing dip nails. So anyways, I went and they used it at the salon. I took them off myself and then I went to get a pedicure and I had them put on Nail Envy. It's an OPI what's brand? It's
Yeah.
OPI is the brand. Nail Envy is what it is, but it's basically a hard coating.
Okay.
So I went and bought it, and so it's nude. It's like almost clear, but it's got like almost like a nude sheer to it.
Okay.
But anyways, I've been really liking it. So I still broke a few. I just live hard, like with my cleaning. So long story short, they're not perfect, but they're better.
They
And
look
this
healthy.
the nail envy is the only thing that's going to keep these puppies going. So that is
Okay.
my obsession. OPI, nail envy, hard coating.
Well, one of my friends for my birthday gifted me a little manicure set with like some cuticle serum and like pretty just clear coat.
Yeah.
I think they look really nice if I do say so
Yeah.
myself.
That's the new energy is I don't want to sit in a salon for a while. So I'm going to do this and see if I can make them look pretty with just my own kit.
On natural fall.
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
that for us.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
It'll be it'll be our New Year's resolution to get nails again.
Totally. It ebbs and flows. We're going to go with
Exactly.
it. It's funny how you and I kind of go through waves at the same time, even though we haven't
Ooh.
talked about that. But I literally was just like, I think it's natural nail season for me.
Yeah.
Okay. My obsession, I read a great book that was so joyful and light and dumb and awesome called Any Trope But You by
Okay.
Victoria Levine. I listened to this podcast, Bad on Paper, and Becca, one of the hosts, recommended it as like a book that she didn't think got enough praise. This one is like rom-com gold. Loved it.
Okay. All right.
I know
love it.
I know we're doing less content and I know, but like if you audiobook a rom-com, do this one. It's really cute.
Okay. I'll add that to my list. I like it.
I ripped
I'm going to
it
get
last week.
20 minutes of quiet time a day plus an audiobook.
Well, this is a cute one. It was just totally escapist. And also it's like takes place in Alaska in like a cozy cabin and like it was giving.
I told you all the content I want to consume right now is things that are opposite of my life. It's like people who live off grid, people who live in, buses that they've converted. I don't know what it is, but it's like people with the opposite life. I'm like, let me look into.
You're romanticizing. Like I'm so jaded. Like I see these same content. I'm like, that's a stressful business. That's like I don't.
Well, I was telling you that I was really fantasizing about probably romanticizing. You're right about a farm stand. I was like, I could just bake and do sourdough and cookies and sell it to all of my neighbors. And you were like, it's a terrible business plan. I'm like, I know, but how charming.
Well, this is just me being dark inside. All I can do is be like, I bet she had to wake up at 4 a.m. I bet that's a low margin business. I bet she has excess supply. I bet it's like, Kate, don't.
I bet she doesn't have crystals in her ears though. So I don't know.
Maybe she does. She's got crystals elsewhere. All right. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That was fun. I enjoyed it. We'll do another fun epi next week, but happy 50th celebration.
Nice. Yep. Surpassed. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Lilas.
Year 2 of Sage Haven Pod.
Oh, yeah.
Rate us, help us grow, follow us on all the things. Blah, blah, blah.
Love you. Lilas.
Love you. Lilas.